Abigail Doolittle is joining us right now to help us sort out what this dog means. Abigail, let's first start off with the market moves, because, I mean, this was phenomenal. I mean, really, when you talk about the lows of the day that we had on both of these stocks, this was really like a 40% move on Chewy. You had something like a 12 to 15% move on Petco, all based on this. And, of course, the stocks sold off almost as quickly as they rose here. What's going on?
It's really unbelievable to me that you can have a stock go up 30% on a closing basis if it had closed at the highs, or 40% on an intraday basis, all based on a meme of a cartoon dog. I mean, it's sort of ridiculous. If anything, I feel
would have been better if it had been a real dog instead of a cartoon.
Well, you know, that might have given a little more weight. But I think that, if anything, this is really a message to the Fed. There's so much liquidity in this system that this...
A message to the Fed? Is that,
I really do, because there's just no fear here. There's so much excess liquidity that it's able to find a home very quickly like this in a stock like Chewy, like Petco, but GameStop, because of course there's the Ryan Cohen connection between GameStop and Chewy. GameStop itself had a big spike earlier today ahead of these spikes. It spiked about 10% from the open toward the highs. It's now still up 3.2%. Petco down slightly. Chewy hanging on to a gain. The question is, will it close higher? I tend to think not. What goes up must come down. It's absurd.
But to your point about the liquidity part, like the GameStop, 2021 lasted a lot longer and ran a lot harder. The GameStop period this year, not as long. This was a day. Like, I feel like
it was 15 minutes.
Are not as long as they were before.
Well, I think a piece of it is that back in 2021, there was this sense that it was the institutional traders versus the retail traders, and there was a moral sense that the retail trader could actually beat the institutional trader. Now I think that there's a moral sense, what's going on here? How can some traders with one single stock of a cartoon dog make a stock go up 30% in a day? And also with the GameStop situation with Roaring Kitties not so long ago, not knowing what sort of profits Keith Gill made on GameStop. I think there's more questions now as opposed to this camaraderie of let's take these old school stocks and make them rise.